Hi, this is the Business Guy, and today I'm going to talk to you about owning real estate in land trusts. First of all, let me tell you, owning property in a land trust is a great way to protect your privacy and keep the contingency fee attorneys from easily finding your assets. It's a legal agreement where the ownership of a property is transferred to a trustee, and that trustee can be an anonymous LLC we set up for you. The trustee holds the property for the benefit of the beneficiaries, which in this case can be you or another one of your LLCs. Now, hold on for one of the biggest benefits, how a land trust can help you beat the dreaded due on sale clause. That is, when you transfer title, you don't want the lender to force you to pay off 100% of the mortgage immediately, like they could do many times if you transfer mortgaged property directly into an LLC. A land trust, on the other hand, can help you transfer title safely, and I'm going to tell you how to do it, but first, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, why would you use a land trust? Well, for one, it keeps your name off of the public records, making it harder for anyone to find out who owns the property. This can be especially useful for people like you and me when we want to keep our assets private. For example, somebody who wants to sue you contacts a contingency fee attorney. What's the first thing that attorney will do to decide whether or not to take the case? They first look in the public records to see what you own. If they see nothing, it's very unlikely they'll take the case. Now, there are too many easy targets out there with assets sitting out there in the open to mess with you. Additionally, a land trust allows you to sell the property without changing the title. For example, the transfer tax in Pittsburgh is 4% of the purchase price. Sell a $2 million home, that's $80,000 in transfer tax. So if you live in a county with huge transfer fees and you have a cash buyer, instead of transferring the title and getting slammed with a huge transfer tax bill, you simply assign the beneficial interest in the trust to the new buyer and stick that $80,000 in your pocket. Another great thing about land trusts is they can act as an extra buffer against creditors. If you're facing a lawsuit or financial troubles and your opponent wins the case, the person who won the lawsuit becomes your creditor, and they can record a judgment against you that puts a lien on all of your real estate. However, when your properties are in land trusts, it doesn't automatically attach to the properties. But keep in mind, a land trust isn't an asset protection device. With a few extra steps, a judgment creditor, that is the person who sued you and won the lawsuit, can penetrate a land trust. So for asset protection, when somebody sues you personally, and for lawsuit protection when there's a liability on the property, we add an LLC to the mix. What we do is we make the LLC the beneficiary of each land trust. That way, the land trust does its part, privacy of ownership and ease of transferability, and then the LLC does its part, lawsuit protection. Plus, the LLC provides asset protection to help shield the property from somebody who wants to take it away from you in a lawsuit. So again, the land trust for privacy and the LLC for lawsuit protection. Now, you might be thinking, but wait, if the property is in a land trust and I don't technically own the property, how do I control it? The answer is simple. You, as the beneficiary of the trust, have the power to direct the trustee on how to manage the property. You can rent it out, sell it, or make changes to it, all with the help of the trustee. And when we set up a land trust for a client, we usually set up a Wyoming LLC with a virtual office in Wyoming and nominee managers so their name doesn't appear in the public records. And people love it because you control your LLC that acts as the trustee. Now, here's another benefit, and this one is huge. A land trust can help you avoid the due on sale clause. The due on sale clause is wording in a mortgage saying that you have to pay off 100% of the balance when you transfer the title to someone or something else, such as an LLC. However, land trusts are an exception. The St. Germain Depository Institutions Act of 1982 says that you can transfer 1 to 4 dwelling units into an inter vivos trust, such as the land trust that we create. The bank cannot by law call the loan due. So this is single-family homes, duplexes, triplexes, or fourplexes that people actually live in. The owner of the house, that is the mortgage holder, must be a beneficiary of the trust. So what we do is we draft the land trust with you as the beneficiary, and then we have a separate piece of paper called an assignment of beneficial interest that's not attached to the trust that we can use to assign the beneficial interest in the trust to an LLC. So the trust shows you as the beneficiary, but the separate piece of paper can assign the beneficial interest to your LLC. So how do you set up a land trust? Actually, it's pretty simple. When people call us, for example, we have them fill out a questionnaire and we draft a trust agreement which outlines the terms of the trust, including the names of the beneficiaries and the purpose of the trust. It's also important to note that you can have multiple multiple beneficiaries like you and your spouse. And it's one land trust per property, so a judgment lien on one property doesn't automatically encumber all the rest. Now, there are different types of land trusts, like the Illinois Land Trust, the Massachusetts Land Trust, and it's important to understand the legal requirements and regulations of each state before setting up a land trust. It's also important to work with an experienced attorney or legal professional to help you navigate the process and ensure your trust is set up correctly. In fact, we have attorneys on staff who may be able to help. In conclusion, owning real estate in a land trust can be a smart move for anyone looking to protect their assets when it's associated with an LLC and maintain their privacy. It's a great way to keep your name off the public records, transfer property privately, and to shield your property from contingency fee attorneys. If you're thinking about setting up a land trust, feel free to call us and fill out a free consultation form at assetprotectionplanners.com. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. See you next time. This is The Business Guy.